Told this story the other day, but I wanted to tell it again. I think I told it to Bethany. Yeah. Why I did not get tickets for Sour Tour. First time I saw Olivia live was at the Guts Tour in Kansas City. This was because literally it was so bad. I was so excited to see her, so I like saved up that like whole week. I asked my mom, I was like, can you please like let me do things for you? And she let me like do all this stuff for her, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I just have to get tickets now. And I'd never had a problem getting tickets before, but it was my first time I ever had to buy tickets like that, where is that serious? And I had to buy them, so I was in this queue, and I'd never been in this queue before. It was the first time ever, and this was in 2021 or 2022. I think I was 16. Yes, I was 16. I didn't even know what like GA meant. I was very, what do they say on my podcast? Green, I think. And so I said, okay, I want the closest to the stage. So I just bought these 2 pit tickets, and my mom was supposed to go with me, and my mom does not do pit, but we didn't even know there was such thing as pit until that moment. So I bought those 2 tickets. I went to buy it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got them. And I was so happy I got them. I opened my Ticketmaster, and I went to swipe, and I was like, where's my other ticket? And so then I was like, okay, well, it's just because whenever you have GA, maybe you just get 1 ticket and you bought 2, blah, 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 blah. It was only like $60, so I thought it was like super cheap, and I was like, okay, this is weird. And then so I like kind of researched online, and Ticketmaster came back, and they're like, oh no, you only have 1 ticket. I had 2 tickets in my cart. Ticketmaster completely screwed up and glitched and got rid of one of my tickets. I spent like a couple months looking for tickets that were like that cheap again, because my mom was like, I don't want you to buy them if they're not that cheap again, and I kind of knew that they wouldn't be that cheap again. I spent a couple months, and then I ended up having to sell them because I was 16 and I couldn't go to an Olivia Rodrigo concert in Pitt by myself for the first time ever doing Pitt. I ended up selling them, and I made like $300. It paid for my Joshua Bassett experience later, I guess. Then I ended up seeing Olivia, so I'm happy about it.